Hello people of YouTube, this is Raiu, and I am sorry if my voice sounds really bad. I have a cold, so my throat is all messed up. I just want to let you know that I am having to re-upload this video because there have been some changes to the Nyamo's Adventure Speedrun. There used to be a New Game Plus category in the speedrun, and you can see it right now on the screen. If you start a new game, you would start with all the abilities. The game has been updated to version 1.0.13, so starting with all the shapeshift abilities is not supposed to happen. Before, in my guide originally, I had told you to open the game in an incognito window, as you can see right there. You don't have to do that anymore. You can start the game normally. You start a new game, and you will start with none of the shapeshift abilities. This is for both normal mode and furball mode. Excuse me. So, originally this guide was only for any percent new game. Now it's going to be for any percent normal mode or furball mode. They both count. But anyway, I'm going to cut the video here so that, actually I don't even need to cut the video, it's already about to start the guide. So, the remainder of the guide is still valid, so enjoy. I hope it helps. Enjoy, yeah. So, let's get on with the tutorial. Now, when you're doing a speedrun, you have to have some sort of timer to track your time, otherwise you don't really have a run. Sometimes the games have a timer in them, and you can use that timer instead. I'm going to show you what to do. You can use the in-game timer, but I'm going to show you what to do if you want to use a real timer. I'm pretty sure my game request for speedrun.com hasn't been accepted yet at the time that I'm recording this, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it required that you use a real timer. Timing starts, you start the timer at the moment that you gain control over Nyamo, not at the moment that you press enter on this screen, because what I want is for the game timer and the real timer to match up, and the game timer, based on my timing and testing, I have determined that the game timer starts the moment you gain control, not the moment that you press enter. So when you start the timer, live split lets you put a delay, so it'll or no, live split and both W split both let you put delay. So you can put a 1.5 seconds delay before the timer actually starts. It'll count down minus 1.5, it'll count up to 0, and then, yeah, the timer will do it for you. So, when you press enter, and then the timer should start as soon as you have control. I feel like I'm over-explaining myself a little bit, but it's fine. Anyway, as soon as the game starts, you're going to want to go immediately to the right. What I'd suggest is that you hold down the right button as the game is starting up. Now, you don't have any shapeshifts when you start a completely new game, so you're going to have to actually run all the way over to here and jump up all these things. But it's fine. Yeah, you want to go past that door. That's the last place that we have to go, because that's where the game ends. Now, don't worry about picking up items. The items are not important for any percent. If you do pick up any items, it's not a big deal. It doesn't really hurt anything if you pick up the items. Whoops. So, for this any percent run, just ignore the items. Don't worry about picking them up. You just want to go down here, and then to the right, and then down, and to the right again, and down again, to the right again, and then you're going to want to... I'm having a hard time speaking. I'm going to... You're going to want to pick up that thing. You'll want to pick up the shapeshift. That's the second shapeshift. This will turn you into a spring so you can jump up here. But we're not going up in that direction. Once you pick up the shapeshift, it's faster to go back the way you came, to the left. I did do my timing, and I have determined that this way going backwards is actually faster instead of going around in a loop. For this level at least. Then you can use the shapeshift to jump up here faster. Oh, I messed up that jump. And you can use the shapeshift to get up here faster as well. In my speedrun I forgot I could do that, and so I didn't. But yeah, now we exit the level, and we go up to the next one. The second level is right up here. We passed by it earlier, and we're going to have to go immediately to the left, because we can't go right. Oh, I am messing up my jumps. So you're going to want to go directly up once you get to this point. Keep going up. Ignore the items, they're not important. To the right. And this is the only way that you're able to go to get the next shapeshift. And then once you're at this point, unlike the previous level, it is much faster to keep going to the right and continue going around the loop, because the exit to the level is actually closer if you keep going forwards instead of turning around and going backwards. Then once you're out of there, you'll want to go back down here, and then this time go to the right instead of to the left. Jump up here, and the third level is right here. Go in there, and this one you want to go right. I always forget, I always try to go left for some reason. But you want to go right first. I didn't need to do that. Oops, I did that again. I did that before as well. Make sure you don't get stabbed by the knives. And then you get the last shapeshift. And then once again, continuing to go forward is the fastest way to get back to the exit. Oh, except when you do that, that's actually slow. You want to make sure you want to make sure that you land here so that you can shapeshift back and move a lot faster. Because when you're falling down in the fourth form, it's very slow. It's a very slow descent, which is not good. Oh. And now we have to go backwards to get to the fourth level, the fourth and final level, which is the first door that we passed. And unlike the other levels, this level is very straightforward. It's just a one-way path. It doesn't really branch off a whole lot. You're just going to want to go straight to the end. Now what I do here is I quickly switch between first and fourth form so that we can go a lot faster. Because obviously the fourth form does go faster, but the only problem is that it stops you once the fourth form gets all the way to the end of its movement. It stops your movement for a brief second. So you don't want to use that too often, but right at that moment, since it was just a straight line, it's perfectly fine to use it there. As you can see, that was finished in just 6 minutes and 24 seconds. If I were doing an actual run, this would obviously be a lot faster. It's a very short game, so yeah, stay tuned, and I will have more guides up for you soon for the other categories. Next guide I'm going to create is the all items for a new game, and also a link to text instructions as well as map instructions will also be in the description below, so make sure to check that out if you want to. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye!